Welcome to This Week on Campus, your weekly webcast featuring news and events at Western Iowa Tech. I'm Isabel Martinez.
And I'm Nathan Bowman. This week we'll be talking about some new events that will be featured here on campus. But first,
Western Iowa Tech got to honor soldiers who have served and protected their country. They celebrated by hosting a Veterans Day celebration. WIT TV's Tosin Ahikioya shares details about the celebration.
So we'd like to welcome all of our special guests, any elected or public officials, Western Iowa Tech alumni, and board members. We also welcome all of our current military members who are here today, veterans and their families, and our students that are in attendance.
We are here today to celebrate students and staff who are veterans.
Without family support, military members could not be free to do their service.
To honor our brothers and sisters who have served greatly in the military, Rhonda Briggs gives a tribute to them.
This table is small and it is set for one. It symbolizes the frailty of one prisoner against their oppressors. The tablecloth is white. It symbolizes the purity of their intentions to respond to their country's call to arms. The single rose displayed in the vase reminds us of the families and loved ones of our comrades in arms who keep faith awaiting their return. The yellow ribbon tied onto the vase reminds us of the ribbons worn by those who demand a proper accounting for their missing. The candle symbolizes the light of hope that illuminates their way home into the arms of a grateful nation.
Ethan Dunkelberger, a high schooler with a passion for serving, is a commander at his cadet academy.
I feel it's very important to make sure our military stays strong. It keeps the respect that it should get, and really I just want to draw more attention to it as well. I really want to make a difference in the military. Everything has flaws. I feel like our military should be no exception. I feel like there could be a couple of flaws here and there, and I want to try and change one or two of those.
Though only 1% of our nation goes forth willingly to serve this great country, it is important for us to remember that 1% is important, and they should be honored. For This Week on Campus, I'm Tosin Ahikioya.
Western Iowa Tech has a number of students and faculty who are first-generation college students. On Monday, it was National First-Generation College Student Day. We share how Western Iowa Tech celebrated these students and faculty and one's experience of being the first college student in their family. A first-generation college student is the first person in a family to earn a college degree. Western Iowa Tech hosted a panel featuring 3 of these first-generation students. Mitsuli Morales is one of the panelists. She shares her experience being a first-generation college student.
Becoming a first-generation student, or telling my story at least, has been very important to me because so many other people are too nervous or scared to share their own story, but so many of us relate to, we all have that one thing in common, whether it's financially, whether it's you didn't have a stable family to continue. So being that one voice, I guess not for all, but for some, I just feel very empowered and just to continue their own story.
She also shares how important it is to attend college.
Break the stigmas in community colleges, you know what I mean? At the same time, believe that you could do it. Yeah, college is a scary thing, but if you have the right support services or the right support group, you can make it far, you know what I mean?
So for those of you thinking about college, it is yet another thing you may have to consider. Nathan Bowman for This Week on Campus.
If you need to see a doctor and don't want to leave campus, you are in luck. Western Iowa Tech and Tri-State Nursing will offer services for cold, flu, strep throat, STD testing, COVID testing, and more. In-office services are free, and it will be open from Monday through Thursdays from 8:30 to 1 in the Kaiser Building in room A212. No appointment is needed, just walk in and let the nurses take care of you.
The Student Center is now back open this year, and with that comes new hours. They're open from Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Sunday from 4 to 8 p.m., and Saturday they are closed. To find out any more information, You can contact Mike Brown via an email or a text.
With the Student Center being more open, Western Iowa Tech is offering fitness classes for the rest of the semester. You can take classes for Taekwondo, Yoga, Zumba, Super Circuits, and Personal Protection. The classes are free if you have a valid student ID. When we come back, Tyler Buchner has an interview with culinary instructor, Chef Brett McCarthy. Stay with us.
I've been deployed overseas 6 times with multiple combat tours. I have had a bounty placed on my head by insurgent forces. I haven't missed a day, a beat, in my career. I haven't been in the hospital since the day I was born. Only one thing has been able to take me down: COVID. And now I've done my part to take COVID down, getting the vaccine.
Even though there is so much against us, you will see me wearing a face covering.
And even with my face covered,
you will see me
as a son,
as a friend to everyone I meet,
as a fighter for change,
as a woman who stands up for what I believe in.
So join me in wearing a face covering
to help stop the spread of the coronavirus.
Because this is one small act of kindness that has the power to bring us all together.
Welcome back. Today I'm here with Brett McCarthy, Chef McCarthy, my bad. And today we're going to be talking about the Culinary Arts program. Isn't that right, Brett?
That's correct. Yes.
Alrighty, so I just kind of want to start off and just kind of get the general gist out of the way. What is the program exactly? What is it about?
Okay, so the Culinary Arts program, and we also have a hospitality program, is essentially a 2-year program, although in 1 year you can get a diploma. So very similar to the setup to like what it is in a lot of the Western Iowa Tech programs, that you can get a multiple of types of credentials, from anywhere from a certificate to a diploma to a degree. Obviously the ultimate credential is a Culinary Arts Applied Science degree. And it's kind of split very evenly. So we have a lot of our beginning courses in the first year, and then in our second year you go into the more advanced courses.
Okay, and speaking on classes, what other types of classes other than, well, of course, like the cooking and all that, do the culinary arts students take?
Yeah, so some people might be surprised that, as with any technical program, that you have a lot of lecture courses that are exclusively lecture, that are not actually in the lab, and those are to really round out the profession. So classes like sanitation and safety, nutrition, financial management, purchasing and cost control. And so we also even have a class called Culinary Seminar, and that talks about the trends in the industry, career opportunities, even vocabulary that's used in the industry. And we talk about in that course, which is a very big part, about all the different names of the equipment and the small wares. We refer to like pots and pans and spoons and things like that as our small wares. But everything that we use has a very technical name, and they have to know what that is. And so actually they're taking a test tomorrow about those things. So
hopefully not too hard of a test, I guess.
By the time they get done with Culinary Seminar 1, there's about 150 to 200 different items that they have to know by name. And they all have, obviously, a professional name versus, what we would call it, in our own home kitchen.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be calling a pan, it'd be something else, essentially.
Right, so yeah, so we have different types of pans, whether it's, an omelet pan or a crepe pan or a saute pan or a sauteur, we have all these different types of pans, and a stock pot or something of that nature. So.
Okay, that's quite interesting. I never thought of that, I guess.
Yeah, because when you're in the professional kitchen and you ask for a pan, you can't just ask for a pan, right? You have to ask for something specific, And you can't just ask for a spoon because there's different types of spoons, from whether it's a mixing spoon or a slotted spoon or a perforated spoon, or, there's all these different types, and so knowing what you're asking for is very critical. It's kind of, I liken it to somebody like a surgeon, they have to ask for the specific things and they have to know it by name. They can't just say, well, give me that little thing over there that cuts things, right?
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Also, I was also very curious as to how when it comes to like the cooking portion, like how does that class really like go about? Do you like set like what the food's going to be for the day, and that's what they work on throughout the day, or do they have like a heads up on like it's like you're going to be cooking that, so get some practice in?
So a lot of people think that when you're in a culinary program that we're cooking full meals every day, but really we're cooking the components of that. So each component is, a specific competency. So we may be talking about sauté one day, and then we're talking about grilling another day. So we're not always making every component of the meal. We're making those specific components that make up a meal. Oh. And so, there's some days when we're just doing a particular sauce. So we have a class that's simply dedicated to stocks and sauces. And so today we made hollandaise. Now, occasionally we may do, just to make it more interesting, we may do eggs Benedict just for fun as a part of that. But really the competency is how to make a hollandaise. And so, and for those who don't know hollandaise, it's that yellow sauce that you see on the eggs Benedict, with the English muffin and the poached egg and the ham, or Canadian bacon. And then you put the yellow sauce on there, which is basically a mixture of butter and egg yolks. Okay.
Honestly, that sounds very delicious right now, not going to lie. And then one last thing I also wanted to talk to you about was due to the pandemic. We were talking about this a little bit earlier, and you said that you had an increase of people during the pandemic. Do you have any idea why that would be?
Well, I think as our our industry slowed down and people were getting laid off, I think there was, that was a time when people, both had the time as well as maybe some of the finances. We had recently gone into the Last Dollar Scholarship, which was a great opportunity. We're a program that essentially we're in-demand industry, meaning that our industry is in need of workers. And so as a result of that, I think that's what kind of spurred people on, because you could essentially come to school for almost free. And so people might have been thinking about that and saying, I got the time, it's virtually paid for, why not
take a shot and learn?
Why not take a shot? Yeah, so we had a very big number in our, really in the heart of the pandemic, which was, in 2020, fall of 2020.
Okay. Honestly, it makes sense. People got nothing going on, might as well do that,
yeah. Yeah.
Alrighty, now is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap this on up?
Well, it's been a pleasure to work in this capacity as the Administrative Program Coordinator for Culinary Arts, and want to thank you for the interview and the opportunity to showcase our program and talk a little bit about the program. And certainly if anybody has an interest in joining the program, they can speak to me and write to me and with any questions that they might have.
Alrighty, sounds good. Well, thank you also for allowing me to interview you.
Absolutely.
Now when we come back, we'll have another look at our look at what else is happening on campus and just about everything. I hope you have yourselves a wonderful day.
Myth. If you get COVID-19, you'll recover after a few days. That myth is false. We're only just beginning to understand the effects of COVID-19 on the human body, as we're starting to see more and more people identifying as long haulers who are having symptoms for weeks, if not months after their initial infection. Continue to wear a mask, socially distance, and wash your hands. Together, we can keep COVID out of school.
For ways to keep your community safe, go to backtoschooltogether.com.
If you're looking for something fun to do on a Tuesday night, I might have the key to fix that boredom. Once a month, the Sunnybrook Church will be holding an event called United for all students to join. There'll be snacks and a ton of new people for you to get to know and chat with. You can also join in the worship and the message they will be teaching for that evening. You don't have to be a Christian to go to this event. Everyone is welcome. The event will be held on December 7th. Mark that in your calendars so you don't forget.
School is back in session. With that, the library has announced new hours. Sunday hours will be 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Wednesday will be 7:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. The Thursday hours will be 7:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then Friday will be 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. The library will be closed on Saturdays, but library chat will be available during hours of operation.
Have you been struggling with something? Try having some coffee with a counselor. This weekly support group is a safe place to put down your books and decompress. They meet at 10:30 a.m. on Wednesdays in the library. Everyone is welcome to join, relax, and talk about what is going on in their lives. The weather is beginning to look like it is late fall because we saw some snow. Nathan Bowman has a look at your forecast for the week ahead.
Thank you, Isabel. It was mostly clear or pretty cold last week. It'll be a little bit different and a little bit clearer this week. On Saturday, we should be seeing more clouds and a high of 44 and a low of 28. On Sunday, it will be mostly sunny and breezy with temperatures being at a high of 43 and a low of 29. Monday will be warming up a touch with a high being 54 and the low of 38. On Tuesday, again, we'll see some more sunshine with a high of 66 and a low of 35. On Wednesday, we'll see some more sunshine and some breeze with a high of 45 and a low of 25. And on Thursday, we will yet again see some more sunshine with a high of 48. It should be a calmer week than the last week, and we shouldn't be seeing any more snow chances.
Events and information for Western Iowa Tech can be found on their social media pages. Just search Western Iowa Tech on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, and be sure to follow for more updates. If you have something you would like publicized on This Week on Campus, send it to thisweek@whitcc.edu. This Week on Campus is a weekly webcast from the Mass Communication program here at Western Iowa Tech Community College in Sioux City, Iowa.
New episodes of This Week on Campus are posted every Friday afternoon. For the latest content from our programs, please visit our website, whitcc.tv, where you can find a direct link to our YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe and have a great week.